find a seat on your mat, and optional props are yoga blocks. Mine are about 4 inches. You can use whatever you have. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use a stack of books and maybe rubber band them together or tie them together. A yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can certainly use a long scarf or a men's tie, or that's all I can think of right now. And then just a blanket, medium-sized blanket, and I'm going to place it under my seat now so I can lengthen up through my spine, and it just makes it easier to sit on the floor if you have lower back issues. Your feet are just going to come into easy seated. If this is not doable for you, you can certainly place the soles of your feet together, or you can open up through the legs, because that seat or the blanket underneath your seat is helping you to lengthen through your spine, so it helps you from dumping into your lower back. So choose whichever way is easiest for you to come into the beginning of our practice. Start to notice your breath, not needing to alter your breath, just concentrating on breathing through your nose and out your nose, creating a seal onto your lips. Then maybe starting to notice your breath and where it's at in your body at this current moment. So maybe notice the front of your torso, and the back of your torso. Maybe adjust just by thinking about the whole trunk of the body. Just how your breath moves through your body with each inhale and exhale. Bring your awareness to your mind. And with your mind, maybe just start to observe what's going on there, not needing to change or even fix anything. Just being aware of your thoughts, allowing them to surface. Start to shift your focus or your awareness to your physical body. Maybe that means connecting with your physical body. So feeling into your body. Maybe as you're seated, feeling into your body and what it's like being in your physical body, and allow yourself to be truthful with yourself and how you are in your physical body. Next, start to deepen your breath through your nose. Exhale out your nose. Allow each breath to start to lengthen, become longer. And then just notice if this breath seems different as you're focusing on your breath. And when I say different, I mean, does it start to raise your awareness? Does it start to cause a panic? And if that's the case, maybe start to connect your hands. So bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. And allow the physical touch to connect with your breath. On the inhale, allow your belly to puff out. And on your exhale, allow your belly to come back towards your body. And maybe noticing if this is actually how you breathe. Did you question when I asked you to breathe with your belly pulling out and filling up with air on your inhale? And on your exhale, allow your breath to come back towards your body. And if this does spark a question, maybe start to think about an infant when they breathe, how their bellies get nice and big on the inhale, the breath. And then it deflates on the exhale. So maybe think of yourself in this present moment of being the infant inside of you and breathing nice and big into the belly when you inhale. Allowing your belly to deflate on the exhale. And just taking your time with this. Just start to notice the difference if there is a shift in your breath. And if maybe things are starting to calm your physical body down. Starting to calm your nervous system. Just taking note how the breath can literally calm you down in situations. Bringing your awareness back to your mind again. Still concentrating on your breath. And start to form a mantra of your own, or maybe you know of a mantra to help you concentrate on your breath. your body, your mind. My favorite is Sat Nam. On the inhale, I mindfully say Sat. Just allow it to be long, nice and long. And on the exhale, I mindfully say Nam. And this mantra means that identity is my truth. Truth is my identity. So maybe thinking back to when I asked you to be honest and tell your truth about your body and how you're feeling in your body. This is a perfect mantra for you this time, should you choose to use it. And then allow your breath to come back to its natural cadence, just breathing how it's normally done, so that we can do our things that we want to do throughout the day and not have to think about it. Just allowing that shift, the inhale to allow the belly to puff out and the belly to come back to your body on the exhale. Just allow that shift to maybe adjust throughout this practice. And if your eyes are still closed, you can begin to open them. And if they were open the whole time, that is okay too. And then start to open up through the mouth, just really stretching the jaw. Maybe allowing your jaw to come to the left and to the right. Opening through the jaw, opening up wide and then coming close. Allow the tongue in your mouth to touch the roof of your mouth, maybe your teeth. Stick your tongue all the way out and breathe out. Another inhale in, stick your tongue out, breathe out, and again. Just allowing the actual facial features to just kind of drop and relax by stretching through the mouth. And then just notice the difference when you're doing this. It also is stretching through the neck. So you can place your fingertips onto your neck. And then ask yourself, how often do you allow yourself to get silly and play, make silly faces? So regardless if anyone's watching you right now, allow yourself to make silly faces. Just allow their face to just pull any kind of tension out of the face and to relax. So get silly with yourself. And then take the fingertips and then slightly tap into the cheeks, to your face, and then allow the fingertips to drop down into the chin. And if you have glasses, just move them for a second and just take the pads of your pointer and your middle finger and just lightly press onto your eyes, and it's just a gentle circling motion. You're not pressing into the eyes, it's just placed there. And then note if you're starting to see colors, shapes. And then gently pull the pads of the fingers down below the eyes gentle massage, so pulling from the outside of the eyelid, gentle massage down, pulling in towards the nose. And then start back out of the eyelid again. And then gentle pull in towards the nose and up. Up the nose. And you probably ask me, why in the world are we doing this? Because this is face yoga. So there is a such thing as face yoga. And a lot of times we hold tension into our face and we don't realize it until there might be so much tension causing pain. So a lot of times this can happen into our jaw. So now you're gonna drop your fingers right next to your ears, down through your earlobes, and then the curvature of your chin. Just a gentle massage, pulling the superficial fascia down and out. And then you're gonna start to pull at your hairline all the way at the top of the forehead, down into the hairline next to the ears, down into the chin. And then you can start to work your way from your inside of your, where your nose bridges, up to your third eye, where your third eye starts, your eyebrow line, up through the hairline, the forehead, hairline comes down along the ears. And just kind of play with, there is no wrong way to do this, but just give some actual special attention to your face. Small little taps. Take a breath in and out. And then take the inside of your index finger and point your finger and start to pull into the ears, small little massage into the ears. It's kind of like your fingers are scissors. Just allowing the pads of the fingers to massage towards the front of the ear and then behind the ear. And then maybe take one of your fingers and then start to roll in the inside of the ear line, wrapping around and down into the earlobe. And just be gentle with this process. And then take the pads of the fingers and start to, so pull the chin forward, open up underneath the chin, gently touch so you're not poking into the trachea, the sides of the neck, pull down into the clavicle, so that's your collarbone. Just above the collarbone, small little taps. And then below the collarbone. Take a breath in and out. Come to the shoulder, top of the shoulders. So you're pulling across the shoulders and then down to the cap of the sleeve. And you can certainly have a partner, with you doing this. It can be more sensual and hands-on yoga for each other, if you feel more comfortable doing that with a partner. But I do encourage the self-touch. Being sensual with yourself is so important. It allows your physical body and your mind to connect to the whole self-love, the sensual touch. And then start to pull into the neck and the shoulders, self-massage here. And just take note of how deep you're touching your skin. So we want a nice gentle massage, something that feels good and not creating that deep tissue like hatred towards yourself. And then place your hands on top of your shoulders, elbows perk up and out to left and right side. And then start to pull in towards midline. Elbows come in and then open back up with the elbows pulling back towards your sides. Open up for the throat and the front of the heart. And then pull into midline. Start to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Getting movement through our spine. Last one. Arms pull to goalposts or cactus arms. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Open up through the arms. You have that T shape. Palms float up. And then on your breath, you're going to start to engage through your biceps and triceps. Palms flip down, engage. Palms flip up, engage. Try to keep them in alignment with your shoulders. And then think of your scapula or your shoulder blades. When you're doing this, how you're also trying to roll your shoulder blades inward and then to pull back again. Shoulders are rolling. So what I'm asking you to do is to focus on parts of your body as you move. Mindfully connecting to a certain part of your body and thinking about the movement of it. And this is a mindful exercise for you to really think about how movement can become medicine. How even facial yoga can become a daily self-care routine. Last 2 and 1. Lower the arms all the way down to your side. Start to roll the shoulders forward. Just small little circles. And then notice how the first part of this practice has been done all seated. So if sitting on the floor is not feasible for you, you can certainly sit into a chair while we do this. Last 2 and 1. Lengthen through the legs, or if you're in a chair, you're still going to lengthen through your legs. You can certainly place another chair in front of you and prop your legs up. So right now we're doing our central touch within to our legs. So just allowing the pads of our fingers to just caress the top of our skin. So we're doing this with intention. We're not just running our hands on top of our legs, just like we were doing earlier. We're not just rubbing our pads of our fingertips into our face and, creating that movement. You're intentionally creating this space for yourself to open up for more self-love, self-respect, self-confidence, to boost your self-esteem. It's also allowing compassion to come in. Self-compassion can be a tough one. So self-compassion is definitely something that is a key tool for our everyday daily life. We can be very hard on ourselves at times. Maybe think of a time that you were pretty hard on yourself, and it could be something as simple as saying, why did I do that? That was stupid. I'm stupid. Or, just being very hard on yourself. Self-compassion allows you to correct yourself. So this is something that me, myself, has been working on very deeply the past couple months. And when I do catch myself saying things like that, I correct myself. I say, you know what? No, you are not stupid. Or, yes, you made a mistake, but you are human and humans make mistakes. I make mistakes, and then that is okay. So intentionally, as we run our hands over our legs, connecting the physical touch, mindfully say something good about yourself. And regardless of our gender, our size, our age, we need to be good to ourselves. We need to be good to our bodies. We need to be good to our minds. So if you have a little bit extra of something, or maybe you don't have extra of something and you're trying your hardest to gain something, be kind with yourself. Say, I love this part of my body. As I touch this part of my body, it helps me more connected to this part of my body. And then start to bring your hands up into your hips and into your glutes, the top of your glutes, and start to roll your fingertips there too. Just a very easy way of doing some sensual touch, some sensual massage, and very easy movements. To know that yoga isn't just XYZ, or being mindful isn't just a part of meditation. Yoga and meditation are not just, XYZ. I'm not going to use any examples. If your idea of yoga looks a certain way, maybe try to broaden your spectrum and know not every yoga practice looks the same. Know that not every yoga teacher teaches the same thing that the other yoga teacher down the street might teach. Everyone has their own style, and I encourage you to try something different and to be able to broaden your mind, open your mind. From here, we're going to start to movement into our legs. So we're going to take, your legs are about hip width apart, and you're going to point your toes upward. So it's going to create a dorsiflexion into the foot. The toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to rotate internally from our hips down to our legs. So we're going to rotate our toes inward. If your toes cannot touch, self-compassion, it is okay. And then we'll gently start to roll them back up and then roll them out. So it's a small internal rotation and a small external rotation. Again, you can do this on a chair. Have one chair sitting beneath your seat and one chair propping your legs up. You could probably do this on your mattress too. But just know depending on what kind of mattress you have, it might be just a little bit difficult because you're really getting comfortable down into the mattress. Now the same thing with this, intentional movement, focusing in on a part of your body. Maybe inhale and exhale, allow your breath to connect to the actual movement. That helps with intentional movements. Last 2. And 1. And then bend through the knees, bring the feet towards you. If you're on a chair, you're just bringing your feet down to the floor, connecting your feet. Lengthen up through your spine. Take a breath in, exhale out. And then coming off your blanket, placing your blanket to the side. Glasses back on. Gently come up to standing. So however you need to come up to standing. Place your feet hip width apart underneath of your hips. And start to rock left to right into your feet. Intentional movement. So literally feeling into your feet. We're just going to start embodying, getting into our body. Notice when you go to the left, which part of your foot you're going to. And then when you come to the center, are you connecting your toes, your heels, and the planes of your feet into your mat? Rock to the right. Notice what part of your feet are touching the floor to the right. And then gently just start coming into the movement a little bit more faster, but still slow. So to pull your shoulders down away from your ears, face the palms of your hands to the front of your mat. And then come to stillness, stack your shoulders over your hips over your ankles. Lift through your toes, just your toes. Engage your heel and the top part of your foot into the mat. Lower your toes down, spread your toes out. Lift through your heel. Balance. Lower your heel. Lift just your toes. And if you have a chair or a wall beside you, certainly use that for balance. Just so you can practice balancing. And then maybe, so that's modified, maybe take a little bit step deeper by really lifting up through the hips, the legs, the calves, the heels, coming onto the front part of the foot and the toes, balancing, and then gently pulling down, stretching, pulling up, maybe rotating for different sides. So right now I have my left foot lifted, I'm just on my heel, and then gently pulling down, lifting the front part of the right foot up and down. Maybe picking a focal point, concentrating point so that you're able to balance. And try to pick a point so that you're looking straight ahead. And then smile. And then moving back to left to right. Pull the arms out a little wider. Come back to center. Step your feet a little closer together. Inhale your arms all the way up. Bring your palms together, pull your shoulders down. Clasp your 3 bottom fingers down and then create a steeple with your index finger and your thumb. Pull your shoulders down. And then on your inhale, you reach all the way up to center. Exhale to the right side, pull the shoulders down. Inhale up. Exhale to the left, pull your shoulders down. And just continue. Your intentional movements. Last one, reach all the way up for inhale to the center, and then exhale, forward fold, bend into the hips, bend to the knees for modified. Option to bring those blocks underneath of your arms. Half lift, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold, dropping the head down towards hovering over your mat. Release the shoulders down. Take a breath. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the crown of your head. Step wider than your hips, wider than your mats, toes point forward. Fold all the way down, soft bend into the knee for modified. Hands come underneath of your hips. Release your head down. Shake your head yes. Move your head left to right. Just allowing your head to relax off of the neck and the shoulders. Almost like a little release point. And then maybe for a deeper stretch, reach your hands back for the back of your ankles, straighten through your arms, tuck your chin to your chest. Modify it if you feel a really deep stretch to the back and you're not too sure about it. Maybe bend through the knees a little bit more and lower down through your seat. So you have like a squat happening. Inhale, straighten through the legs and the arms, lengthen through the crown of the head, half lift. And then for modified, take your block and reach it over to the right side, the inside of the foot, and the left side of the inside of the foot. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, right hand comes to the inside of the right foot onto the block. Open up to the left arm, revolving twist onto the left side. Bend through the knees if you need to. Modify. Drop down, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend to the knees. Inhale, half lift. Reach the left hand across through the right block, revolving through right side. Lengthen up through the right arm towards the ceiling. And then bring your revolving back to center. Reach your hands for left and right blocks. Bring your blocks back underneath of your shoulders. Start to turn your toes out at a 45-degree angle. Bend through the knees, and then start to pull up one vertebrae at a time where your head and shoulders last into goddess. And you can certainly still use a chair with this. The chair is literally grazing your seat. Place blankets underneath or onto your chair, maybe for some length, kind of like we did for the floor. Check in with your breath. Lengthen up through the legs. Arms pull out to a T, this time palms face down. And then turn your toes, your right foot to the right side of your mat, and then turn your left toes forward to the front of your mat. Bend into your right knee, warrior two. And then check in with your knee, your front knee, and allow your knee to graze your second and third toe. Allow your knee to hover over your ankle. You can certainly also find the back of a wall. So here I can stack up behind the wall behind me. And then we'll revolve down into side angle. Top of my forearm will come to the top of my thigh. Open up through the left arm, and I'm stacking my hand towards the wall, but my shoulder isn't touching. My right hip is touching the wall though. Inhale, warrior two. Take your gaze over your middle finger, sorry. And then reverse warrior, right arm comes towards the ceiling, left hand comes to the back of your thigh. My right hip is still touching, or the glute is touching towards the wall. And now this time my right shoulder is grazing the wall as well. Warrior two. Straighten through the front leg. And then you'll slide your trunk of your body and your arms to the right side of your mat, and then bring your right hand either to the front of the thigh or to the back. Open up, lengthen to the left arm, triangle pose. You can also have your block underneath of your right hand for support. Warrior two. Triangle. Notice I'm not placing my hand towards my knee. We don't want to lock out any joints. My hand is just placed right beside my shin. Triangle is forming back. So we're going to turn, so sliding back to center, turning our right toes, turn your right toes forward again, going away from the wall. Lengthen up through starfish. And then turning to the back, or not the back, the left side of our mat, warrior two. And you can stack against the wall if you have one. And if you don't have one, that's completely fine. You want to think about more lining up your feet, so your front heel will line up with the middle of your back foot. Side angle, top of your left forearm comes to the top of your thigh. Open up through right side body. Take a breath. Exhale out. Warrior two. Take your gaze over your middle fingertip. Reverse warrior. Open up through left side body. Right hand comes to the back of your thigh. Warrior two. Begin to straighten through the front leg. Slide the body to the left side of your mat. Triangle pose. Back up to center, warrior two. Bend through the front knee. Straighten through the front leg. Triangle pose, slide to the left. And then down to the shin. Open up through right arm. Slide up and back to center. Turn the toes forward and walk to the center of your mat. Flops to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come underneath of your shoulders. Bring your knees underneath of your hips. Drop the belly down, down cat. Take your gaze up. And on your exhale, start to round through your spine. Take your gaze down. Few rounds of down cat or cow and up cat. Start to sync your breath with your movement. Flat back. And then come down to the floor, into your seat. Easy seated. You use your blanket underneath of your seat or come back to your chair. And then again, wherever your legs are most comfortable and seated. Take a breath into your body. Exhale out. Relax your shoulders down. And when you're ready, you can start to close your eyes. Focus back on your mantra you chose. Allow your mantra to connect with your breath. Allow yourself to become present with your physical body. trying to focus on just being in the present moment, connecting with yourself. Allowing the alignment of today's class to embody so that you're able to continue your practice. Start to focus your intention on the center of your forehead, brow line. It's also known as your third eye, your intuition, your higher self. Maybe start to think of an image, or maybe you're already seeing an image. Maybe you're seeing colors, an object. Allow yourself to go deeper into this space, allowing it to open. Creating balance. Creating connection. Yourself permission to stay here longer if needed. If you're ready to start to come back to the present moment, start to notice your breath, not needing to alter or change that. To your mind. Put to embody through the mind during this class. Maybe something that I had mentioned that really helped you connect. Bring your awareness to your physical body. Maybe that means taking your fingertips and just connecting them physically into your lap. Maybe wiggling through the toes. Your eyes are still closed. And noticing your environment around you. Maybe sounds are starting to become more prominent. Maybe you can start to smell something different, as far as maybe you have a roast in the crock pot, or maybe a essential smell that you have going during your class is starting to become more present. Maybe you're outside and the fresh air is starting to blow and hit your skin. Just feeling that connection to the touch of your skin. Push the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Touch your teeth. And when you're ready, you can start to blink your eyes open. Allowing the light to shine in through your eyes and become more present. Everything around you. Bring the palms of your hands together, center at your heart. Lift your sternum to meet your thumbs. Inhale, hands above your head, your heart. Exhale to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. One last inhale. Thumb come to your third eye. Bow forward. Exhale. The wild one within me honors the wild one within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe to my page and share. Share with your friends, your family, and come visit me in the studio. 527 Market Street, Lycans. You can visit my website, www.wildoneyogallc.com. Be sure to read all the information on there and to register for a class if you choose to come in for a studio class. Thank you so much.